Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast, Season 3, Episode 19, recorded on the 6th of January 2024, released on the 19th of January 2024, and it's the last podcast episode where I'm going to talk about Doctor Who in, specifically to an episode. I've got a few Doctor Who episodes coming out in the next couple of days, but after that, obviously, because the next season isn't out till May, which I've talked about in previous episodes, May 2024, that is. There's not really much you can talk about. Bonus episodes, there is more coming. They might even be out because I'm recording them in advance. I don't even know. But yeah, so let me know. Yes. Let me know what you thought of the bonus episodes as well. A bonus episode or episodes, dependent upon if there's one or multiple out when you'll see this episode. So yes, in this episode, let's get back on track. I'm going to be reviewing the in-vision commentary version of The Church on Ruby Road. Here is my review. But before we get to my review, it is time for my spoiler-free thoughts, which is I love the exclusives from Russell, Millie and Chris. Now, here is my review of the in-vision commentary version of The Church on Ruby Road. It starts off with the Whoniverse intro. Russell, Millie and Chris introduce themselves. Russell and Millie talk about Millie's audition for Ruby Sunday. Russell, Millie and Chris talk about working with Davina. Russell talks about his love of Long Lost Family. Russell reveals that the captions telling us which day the scenes took place on were the last bits added to The Church on Ruby Road. Russell revealed that the last scene filmed was the scene with the giant inflatable snowman falling onto the Doctor and the police officer asking him who he was. Russell talks about Anita Dobson. Millie reveals that The Church on Ruby Road was filmed in February, so that's February 2023. Russell and Millie talk about filming without shooting due to him still filming Season 4 of Sex Education. Russell calls Millie brilliant. Russ reveals that Ruby being a foundling and then being fostered and adopted is a plot that runs through the entirety of Season 1. Russell calls the ending of Season 1, Episode 8, a masterpiece. Chris talks about the Sunday's house being a fully built set. Russell and Millie reveal they are filming this in-vision commentary. From the set of the Sunday's house. Russell talks about the Sunday's kitchen. Millie talks about meeting Michelle Greenidge and Angela Winter at the read-through. Russell talks about shooting Millie's chemistry test. Millie talks about her audition. Russell talks about the director of The Church on Ruby Road, Mark Tonderoy, who previously directed episodes of Doctor Who during the 13th Doctor Jodie Whittaker's era, which was showrun by Chris Chibnall, which were The Ghost Monument and Rosa, which was Series 11, Episodes 2 and 3. Russ reveals that the latter scenes were filmed at Wolf Studios. Russell talks about the intelligence gloves. Russell reveals that The Church on Ruby Road is his favourite episode. Millie even talks about the Goblin King being real. Russell reveals that Chris Chibnall gave him a list of staff members to keep on as members of the production team, because obviously two separate productions teams for the 13th Doctor's era and the 2022 specials, because with Chris Chibnall leaving and Jodie Whittaker leaving, handed over to Russell T Davies and then David Tennant and Shooter Gatwa as the 14th and 15th Doctors. Russ talks about the Doctor and Ruby's relationship. Millie believes that the Doctor's Millie believes that the Doctor and Ruby's relationship is sibling-like. Russell, Millie and Chris talk about the Goblin song. Russell and Millie talk about the Goblin King's death. Russell talks about the read-through for Season 2, Episode 4, so that's for the 2025 season. Russell talks about an alternative scene. Russell and Millie talk about both the Doctor and Ruby being adopted. Russell and Millie talk about Michelle Greenidge. Russell reveals he dreamt Ruby vanishing from existence. Russell and Chris talk about how quickly Russell wrote the script for The Church on Ruby Road. Russell talks about Michelle Greenidge's audition for Carla. Russell and Millie talk about how emotional the 15th Doctor is. Russell, Millie and Chris talk about how long the filming for The Church on Ruby Road took due to Ncuti still filming Sex Education. Russell reveals that aspects of the ladder is in War of Studios. So that's the scene where the Doctor meets Ruby for a second time when they jump on the ladder. Russell also reveals that the ending of The Church on Ruby Road is inspired from The Little Mermaid. Russell talks about artificial snow. Russell and Millie talk about Millie's role in Coronation Street, and Russell reveals that Season 1 will release in May 2024, which if you watched both the, I think it was the Unleashed episode, so episodes 15? Season 2 episode 15, let's have a check. No, it's Season 3 episode 16. Yeah, Season 3 episode 6, but watch 15 as well, because it's the review of The Church on Ruby Road, but yes, as well. So yeah, I also want you to know, let me know in the comments below what you thought of the Envision commentary version of The Church on Ruby Road if you watched it. If you didn't, let me know what you thought of my review. You can do both those things in the comments below. You can also like and subscribe. And that's it for the Everything Podcast, Season 3, Episode 19. Goodbye.